Hey, and welcome to the demo video of the plug and play system that we and our clients use to build successful software companies on a repeatable basis. Once again, my name is Mitch, and I'm one of the founders of TechSuite.io. We are the leading consultancy and mentorship platform for non-technical entrepreneurs that want to get into tech. And if you're watching this video, you probably saw an ad and you thought, wow, this sounds exactly like my situation. And then maybe you watched the webinar and you thought, yeah, maybe I need some help with this. And then you booked a call to learn more. So I appreciate you making it this far. That already says a lot about your determination to actually succeed with your startup. But this video right here might be the most important piece of content you consume prior to our phone call because it'll break down for you exactly how we work with our clients, and it'll answer about 99% of your questions so that the bulk of our call can be used to actually provide you with an accurate diagnosis and a potential solution to your problems. So without further ado, let's get into what exactly we're offering. So to start, I'd like to introduce you to the concept of the tech-ready founder. A tech-ready founder doesn't necessarily have to know how to code. They don't have to have a background in tech, and they don't even have to have previous experience building a startup. But what every tech-ready founder does need to have is awareness of what they don't know and an understanding of just how intricate building a software company is. They got to have the ability to apply the scientific method of continuous hypothesis, experimentation, and iteration to their product's development. And they have to have acumen for hiring, managing, and scaling a rockstar engineering team without actually overpaying for talent. Now, if you're watching this video, chances are you're probably lacking in at least one, if not all of these areas. And you probably classify yourself as either a non-technical entrepreneur or maybe a semi-technical entrepreneur that needs to brush up on their skills and add a little bit of structure to your business. And if that's the case, you're definitely in the right place because that's exactly what we're offering. We have a program that transforms non-technical founders into tech-ready founders, and we call it, drumroll please, the Tech-Ready Founder. So this is a 6-week done-with-you program to help entrepreneurs develop a technical foundation that's centered around lean startup thinking, agile scrum, and DevOps. And this knowledge empowers them to build and maintain a healthy engineering organization and really stays with them for the lifetime of their companies and honestly the remainder of their careers. And so here's how it works. To start, we have week 1. Here we're going to lay the foundations for actually building your software product. We're going to start by debunking all of the myths of building software and talk about what types of costs you can expect in a successful project versus an unsuccessful one. Next, we're going to dive into product strategy, which is going to be our first hands-on activity. We're going to give you an over-the-shoulder view of how we run the scientific method from problem all the way to feedback mechanism. And then we're going to give you a template for coming up with your own product strategy, as well as a worksheet for analyzing your competitors. Now, once you have your product strategy ready, you're going to dive into week 2. Here you're going to actually create your prototype. We start by teaching you how to create user stories, how to prioritize features, and then how to convert these user stories into real wireframes. Next, we teach you how to put together all of your design assets, how to hire the right UI UX designer, and even how to make sure they give you exactly what you want. And this is going to come with templates for user stories and worksheets for feature prioritization and worksheets for UI feedbacking. Now moving on, let's go ahead and prepare your app for development in week 3. Step 1 is gathering feedback on your prototype, usability testing, and working all of that data into an updated prototype. In step 2, we'll actually teach you everything you need to know about technology stacks and help you make an educated decision on which one to use. This week, of course, also comes with worksheets, one for usability testing, which is going to be huge, and then also a worksheet for creating your technical specification. Next, we got week 4. This is probably my favorite. Here you have your product strategy, your prototype, and your technical specification ready. So the only logical thing to do next is to hire your developer. So we're going to teach you exactly how to choose the best employment model for your situation. We're going to teach you how to write job descriptions source talent, and of course run them through an airtight funnel to come out with the best developer for your project. And throughout this process, you're going to have all of the templates that you need for job descriptions, technical interview scripts, candidate scoring, and even rate cards. Okay, now it's time for the stretch run, week 5. And this is all about learning how to sprint. Simply put, you're going to learn Agile and Scrum project management, which is the most efficient way to ensure consistency when building software. Not only will we get you up to speed on how these systems work and how the different tools come together through our video tutorials and cheat sheets, but we're also going to give you an over-the-shoulder walkthrough of how we use this in our business. And by the end of this week, you will literally be a Scrum master. And then last but not least, we have week 6, optimizing your software development lifecycle. This sounds a little technical to you. It kind of is, but don't worry because we've broken everything down for you here in layman's terms. So we've taken the complicated things like software configuration management and version control and DevOps and CI/CD and manual assurance testing, quality assurance testing. We've taken all of those and we've simplified it to make it super easy for a non-technical founder to follow. And as for resources, we've also included a cheat sheet for SCM and a demo of CI/CD, as well as a bug report template for QA. And this should literally give you everything you need to manage the engineering efforts of your company without actually having to write any code. Now, all of this information, it's going to sit on our membership portal. Everyone's going to have their own login, and each week comes with its own set of pillar video content and its own tool set. So you can access this content at any time on demand. So basically, you can play, pause, fast forward, rewind as many times as you want without any limitation. And anytime you run into an obstacle, and you will multiple times because building a startup isn't easy. So anytime that happens, there are 2 main ways to get help. So number 1, we have the Facebook group. I'm in there, my co-founder Sam is in there, and all of our students are in there. And the rule is everybody gets to talk to everybody. So not only are you getting responses from me and Sam on your posts, but you're also interacting with founders that are either in your shoes or maybe they were in your shoes like not too long ago. And the energy tends to be contagious, so much so that you'll actually find yourself eventually responding to other people's posts voluntarily. But for now, feel free to ask as many questions as possible because that's the goal. We want to help you. Now, the second way to get help is even more personal. Twice a week, we're going to hop onto small group coaching calls. Here at any time, if you have a question or maybe multiple questions that require, let's say more of a live dialogue as opposed to a Facebook comment exchange, you can go ahead and hop on and ask us live. Everybody gets their question answered here. There's not a single person left hanging, even if it means that we spend 3 hours on that group coaching call to make sure that we help each and every person. By the way, this isn't mandatory by any means, but a lot of our students, they find it helpful to even listen into other people's questions and our answers as well, because those questions and answers might be regarding an issue that they didn't even realize they had. Anyway, so that's how the coaching and mentorship aspect of this program works. So once again, we got the 6 weeks worth of pillar content, the toolkit, the Facebook community, and the live coaching calls. And the final deliverables for you include, number 1, a clearly defined scope for your app that ties directly into what your target customers want. B, the perfect developer hired to build that app. And C, the technical knowledge necessary to consistently release software on time, on budget, on scope, and on value. Okay? And then once you have that, driving revenue and funding and users, that's the easy part. And then before you know it, you've already built a successful software company from the ground up. So I hope that answers some of your questions. We've got some awesome testimonials and portfolio examples for you to take a look at below. And any other questions that you have at this point, please write them down and we'll get them answered for you on our call. So I look forward to meeting you and seeing if we're a fit. I'll talk to you soon.